All right. After about several days of snow and wintry weather here in Denver, I feel like I live in Alaska now. Time to get back into the groove with my grind style workouts. Not that I was ever out of the groove, but some of you have been asking about my updates for what have I been doing lately and stuff. So here we go. This is my workout number one. I have a three-way split. Workout number one is push and pull chain workouts. So, of course, we start with the tension control phase, where I'm working on just turning on the chest, and I'm also working on turning on my back, particularly my traps, getting that engaged. Biceps, triceps, shoulders, clasping behind, pulling apart, gets the shoulders on a little bit. So first we'll have the push chain stability phase. We go up into push up, just kind of rock back and forth between the two arms, building up, particularly paying attention to keeping stability in my back. One of the things that I'm noticing, especially as I'm getting more proficient at using my back, is that so much stability comes from the back, the traps, the shoulder blades, so on. This is also really good mobility for the wrists. So anyone out there, if you're like, oh, my wrists bother me on push-ups and stuff, this stuff does wonders for you. So we have stability at the top, and we'll go about shoulder width and shifting push-ups for stability at the bottom. So we get low, we shift side to side. The telltale sign is when your back is engaged, you should feel that pec light up. So as I shift, I'm keeping my back engaged, so that chest muscle should light up like a Christmas tree at the bottom. Back and forth, feeling it in the chest, not so much just in the shoulders. We go back and forth here. Again, getting those wrists moving. Oh, oh, it's going to be a good workout. Feeling good already. Then we have our stability phase for our rows, our pull-ups and stuff. So sorry I'm turning my back on you here, but these bars here at the gym, I can't face forward. There's nothing to do that. So we just grab and again, keep the shoulders tight and packed and just kind of shift back and forth. This feels so much better than it did about a month ago. Just twist. Feeling very stable, very strong in the back, forward and back. Getting those traps laid up. All right. And we're ready to go with the first set on our grind phase. So first set here on the push-ups, going to go with a fairly narrow grip push-up, just kind of a warm-up set. Doesn't necessarily need to be anything too hard and heavy, but again, turning the arms in, keeping those shoulder blades packed down, not up, but down away from the ears. That's what I'm focusing on. Making it almost a movement about scapular mobility. And that way you get it so much more in the muscles rather than the joints. Now I know you've been watching me do this exercise for years, but with the improved stability from the grind style, it feels like a whole new exercise for me. Like I'm rediscovering it. And that's always a good sign. It's when you take a basic movement pattern and you feel like you're rediscovering it and how you do it. There you go. Just like 80% fatigue, warm-up set. No need to go all out just yet. Grab on here. Again, maintaining stability in the back. Up we go. Yeah, 13 or so. Again, I'm playing around with the idea of not going quite all out for a while And yeah, the numbers drop down a little bit, but there's the potential that saving a little bit in the tank may carry over to the next one. We'll see what happens. Basically, lately I've been doing the archer style push-ups, one arm out and then here. And of course, the more you shift, the more weight you're putting on this. So I haven't been getting different levels of reps so much as I'm just hitting sets of 8. And if I can do more than 8, then I'm gonna make it a little bit more difficult. The arm goes out further, I shift my weight over more, kind of thing. So it's, instead of backfilling, it's 8, 8, 8 all the time. And I'm just trying to get as much resistance and intensity into those 8s as I can. So fingers pointed slightly in, keeping my back tight, up, shoulder width, light tension on this hand. Oh yeah. All right, so PTR, always remember, position, tension, resistance. This is the harder side for me. Oh yeah, that's way better than it was last week. So lately I've been getting into the commando style straight bar pull-ups, and I like this because one arm is doing more of the work, the other one's kind of acting an assist, and I adjust how much assist I have on that hand, basically to make sure this one's working to a high degree of fatigue within the rep range. And usually I'm aiming for 3 to 5 repetitions on this. If I can do 6 or 7, too easy. If I'm only getting 1 or 2, too hard. So I'm just adjusting how hard I'm grabbing on with the assistance. So position, tension, focusing on a lot of engagement in my right back. And yes, I know I don't have a full range of motion on this, but you get what you got. So here. Ooh. All right, shake out. Move on to the other side. Give yourself a breather when you're going to the other side. Like, you don't have to swap back and forth super fast because the assistance arm is working very hard. So if you're finding you can get 5 and then you switch and you only get like 2, give yourself a bit more of a rest. That way you can get more of an even repetition on both sides. And if you do end up getting like 3, stop, shake out, and then get the other 2 repetitions to make it an even time under tension. So yeah, case in point, the assistance arm was working harder on that set than the assistance arm on the first. Archer push-ups again, position, tension. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh, that feels good. Oh, yes. Yeah, the shoulders, they are still my weak link for sure on this one. I mean, you can see to my physique, like, this is the smaller part of my upper body. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I never learned how to stabilize well on my back and use my shoulders well. Oh, sure, I did overhead presses like crazy, handstands like crazy, But the exercises you do don't matter worth beans if you can't stabilize and engage the muscles very well. So only in the past several months have I been able to improve that. And they're getting bigger. They are. The other day I put on my bike jersey, which I hadn't worn in a while. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a little tighter in there. That's always encouraging. So that's good. But yeah, been a long time with weak shoulders. So they're still weak. They're probably going to stay that way for a long time still until they catch up with my chest and my triceps. I think that was 8 by my count. Not quite sure. Oh boy, oh boy. One more set here of the commando pull-ups. This is one of the reasons why I always use the phrase pull-up and not chin-ups and stuff, because a lot of times I'm like, this is pull-up, this is chin-up, or whatever. And I'm like, but what if you're like alternated? What if you're neutral? What do you call it there? So I just simply say, you're pulling up the pull-ups. One term covers it all, and then you can use overhand grip, underhand grip, neutral grip, alternated grip to fill in that detail if necessary. All right, stop talking, Matt. Do your pull-ups. Ooh-wee, I like that. It's always one of the best telltale signs that you're getting your tension control and stability and stuff dialed in, is the exercise starts to feel really good. Ooh, yeah. I'll take this over pizza any day. Maybe not quite pizza, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So 3.5, shake it out a little bit. Quality, not quantity. Wouldn't do me a lot of good to struggle to get that last rep. I could have, sure, but I'm going to be more productive resting like this and then getting 2 more of a higher quality, relatively speaking. There we go, worth the pause. And then finally we have our finisher sets. Of course, the finisher sets are optional depending on just how you're feeling, but who doesn't like to finish off an upper body workout with a set of triceps and biceps work? So we got the grind straps, setting them up roughly about waist height. That way you can switch between your curls and triceps extensions without having to adjust the height of the straps. You just lean in, turn on the back, and down we go. We get a set of, how about 10? 10 sound good to you? Yeah, it sounds good to me. And just adjust the resistance so you get a good amount of fatigue in that 10. 5, a little harder. Now we just switch right around. We've got the curls. So again, packing, I'll go for 10. 1. Good pause at the top. And back right to the triceps. Let's get a little aggressive on this last one here, shall we? Can always make it easier. You don't have to start easy and then dial in. You can always just start with a good amount of resistance. Oh yeah, feel those triceps working. Always so important to feel the muscle work. And back to your biceps. Now, isometric, hold, extra resistance. Make them work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this gives you some more insights. My own personal approach to my workouts. It's structured, but also flexible and playful at the same time. If you want to learn more about grind style calisthenics, link is down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you in the next video. Be fit, live free.